Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition, to another installment of hashtag Fade to Black. Beast, this is going to be the most important show that we're going to do because it's before election day. Let me go ahead and introduce ourselves. I'm your host, Donnell Lamonte Morris, here with my guest, Beast Johnson. Beast Johnson, how you doing, man?
Well, I definitely grabbed the right bottle for this discussion. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, don't worry. I wish I had some little drink because my freaking Cowboys is, yeah. I
I
could go
want
on.
everyone to know offhand that my critiques and opinions will be sponsored to you by Rich and Rare Apple, one of the new flavors coming out to the market. That's Rich and Rare, a smooth Canadian whiskey. Good on the dollar, better on the vibe. That's Rich and Rare Apple.
And since we're talking about sponsorship, big shout out to once again to our official sponsor, Cheddar Boy Popcorn, the only popcorn company black owned in all through the state of Washington. Go to realcheddarboy.com. Once again, realcheddarboypopcorn.com for over 12 different flavors. But
Oh,
like I
you
said,
forgot about you forgot. We have
oh,
another sponsor.
hey, go ahead.
That so we're also sponsored by our clothing distributor and merchandise apparel,
Mm-hmm.
Sky Zone Society.
There you go.
Shouts out to Big V, another entrepreneurial spirit coming out of the state of North Carolina. See, we coming, baby. We told you. We tell you better get in line or you ride the pine, baby. You gonna smell the stench of that bench.
Speaking of that, y'all already know what our first opening start of the show is opening statements. And Beast Johnson, since you look like you already fired up and ready, go ahead, sir. Lead the way.
All right. For my opening statement, as I sit here and think about the political future of this nation, as I sip on this nice little dark cola drink mix, sipping it because I know either way it goes, it ain't honestly too favorable for us. And you know who I'm speaking to. But we shouldn't be surprised. And we shouldn't act as if that's ever stopped us from becoming successful. I'm often think about my alma mater high school. It's the first true and only black high school founded by a black man who also helped found North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University. That's another HBCU. So we have an HBCU university in lines with an HBCU high school. Yeah, we was already on that shit before y'all. But I digress. Our school was always limited in resources and adequate information, yet still a good chunk, and we're talking well into the half, close to the half proximity of graduates that received substantial scholarships and basically free rides off of educational grants and achievements. And we were also known for our sports, but more students left there with scholarships for their education than they did for their athletics. Because it was always pressed upon us that due to what you are in their eyes, you will always have to think outside the box and come to a somewhat alternative route for your true success. Understand that the information given to you is not all the information that there is. So take what is given and learn how to decipher what is truly important and useful for you at that moment. I implore us after November 4th, because the day after we're probably still going to be doing this. Let us be mindful that this ain't the first time, and probably won't be the last till God come call us home. So let us strive to find that alternative means for success. Let us take the information and the access of information given to us and use it for our own means and decipher what is actually viable for us to move forth in a prosperous and successful movement. Opening statement. I'm tipsy. Let's have fun with this show.
I made a mistake in sharing out the show. I actually accidentally sent it to a Dallas Cowboy group that I follow. So I was going to start off the opening statements about this, but I had to. For anybody who's a Cowboys fan, who saw that so-called game on Sunday night, I knew going in we wasn't prepared, we wasn't ready, and I was like, hopefully the beating is not too bad. And I hate the Eagles. I hate y'all. I hate Philadelphia so damn bad. I hate y'all. I hate y'all just as much as you hate us, the Dallas Cowboys. To the point where when we kept sacking garbage ass Wentz, I really wanted his neck to break. That's how much I hate y'all. But unfortunately, this season's a bust. And the crazy thing is, as much as I say that, and it's true, we're still in the fight to win the NFC East. The Eagles not going to be up there. I think it's going to be a round robin. Who knows? Washington got shot. Giants could be up there in 2 weeks. Could sit there for a little bit. Then the Eagles probably sit up there 1 week. And then the next week is going to be the freaking the Washington team being up there. But I hate to say this, Cowboy Nation. We might as well enjoy being in the basement. Get that nice comforter. Get your sheets, comfortable sheets. Get a nice little refrigerator down there. Pack all the good food and snacks. Get a TV. And just get comfortable. Because we ain't going no further than where we are now. We're going to be right in the basement with our Cheez-It snacks, with our Coca-Cola on the side, and with my hat on and our Cowboy memorabilia on, just begging for 2020 to be over. Just begging this season to be over. And I know all of y'all already got those pictures ready on the side for Trevor Lawrence. That we need Trevor Lawrence. We want Trevor Lawrence. But the same thing that I said during the draft, because I got that recorded, I was disappointed with this pick that we got. Even though CeeDee Lamb is a pretty good damn wide receiver. But the same thing that I wish we would have drafted for ended up biting us in the ass in the middle of the season is now what we needed, was a safety. We didn't get McKinney from Alabama, which I was hoping for. But we just wanted to stick it to the Eagles. And I get it. But now sticking it to the freaking Eagles bit us in the long run. Our secondary is boo-boo. Our defense, entire defense, boo-boo. And our freaking offense, after Dak is straight boo-boo. Season's over. And the season barely even got started. And I'm an optimistic. But then again, I'm a realist. But at the same time, you got to call it like it is. Anything can happen. But unfortunately, us hosting a playoff game, it ain't happening. So if we can come up with some more wins and make a run out this, who knows? But until then, Cowboy Nation, it's time to throw in the towel. Season's a bust. But let's get into the show where we talk about this election. And once again, I want to send my apologies for the Dallas Cowboy group that I shared this to. I apologize. But since I shared it, I might as well make it worth my while. But Cowboy fan through and through. But sometimes you got to be real with yourself. Season over. But let's get into this election, shall we? What day, Beast? I almost had you host the show all by yourself. Good grief.
I was about to be like, well, they got the wrong nigga gonna talk today, but
so let me go ahead. Go ahead, Beast.
Before you start, as I feel, I speak this to all Dallas fans. When I say this, I'm not a particular Dallas fan myself, but I respect the franchise. Until you motherfuckers start having some more cocaine and hoes and drug and arrests, you need to get back on your 1990s HBO Hard Knocks training. That's what when y'all was like that, when y'all was like Monday morning, the defensive end and the one of the damn left tackle got caught with 2 8-balls and a hooker evading police. But Sunday, these motherfuckers was on the field getting sacks, baby. Couldn't tell. See, what happened was Deion found Jesus. I hate to say this. I'm not being sacrilegious when I say this. But from a football aesthetic, when Deion found Jesus and then convinced the rest of the whole team to find Jesus with him, that fucked up the whole franchise. With that being said, cocaine is still here. Prostitutes are still here. The Dallas Cowboys are still here. Jerry Jones, figure it out. With that being said, let's talk about some politics.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go ahead and talk about politics. So tomorrow, I will be the first time ever we'll be broadcasting the elections. And I just want to know, Beast Johnson, since you are tipsy, I wish that you would have your tipsy self to be on the show tomorrow.
What's tomorrow? Tomorrow Tuesday?
Tomorrow's Tuesday, the 3rd.
Yeah, I'll be there. Myself will be trying to go out here and get that vote in too, so I can honestly say can't nobody fact check me different that I actually vote.
See? Because I already voted. I voted like 2 weeks ago. But ladies and gentlemen, let me go ahead and let you know the gravity of this show that's going to be here tomorrow. I wasn't expecting that to be a little bit powerful, but that was a powerful little
It was
commercial. Yeah, that was powerful. I mean, I was actually talking with one of my coworkers today about this election. I was asking him, I was like, this is an election like none other. This is for the life of America.
This is for the turning point because where we're going right now, after this election, we could kind of find a little apex and straighten ourselves out for a little bit and then possibly hit another incline and another, great era in American civilization. But right now it could literally go.
Literally. But how is the atmosphere where you are? Because like right now, with me being part of the military, it's kind of like you got to keep everything to yourself. You can talk about it, but you can't actually express how you feel. How's the atmosphere at your job where you live? How is it? Is people being vocal or they just basically just keep everything to themselves?
Job wise, it's a respectful blend. So it's like you don't say but so much because I work with a lot of old school folk that was always taught, like myself, politics is just one of those things you don't talk amongst in general conversation. Like you can speak about political points like personal to your area, but actual politics and politicians, that was always kind of a no-no. So you do have those that are vocal enough to say, no, I'm not a particular fan of Trump. I know my uncle actually just asked me last night and was like, I need to know who you're voting for and why. And I was like, honestly, I'm voting for Biden just to ensure I did my part to keep Trump out, make an attempt. I truly see no value in either one of them. That's not a diss to Biden. My uncle brought up a good point, which is a point that was kind of obviously evident to those that just kind of sit back and think. But it's usually winos and dope dealers and pushers that got them that see stuff for what it is. And he was just like, this man been in politics for over 50 years. But he's been there for several decades, at least 2 to 3 generations worth of decades. And this character and candor that you see now, if this was genuine and this was sincere, some kind of evidence would have been shown throughout the decades of his political service. And that seems contrary to the case. So it just poses the obvious question, A, you being in politics this long, what the fuck have you really done? And right. B, do you actually give a fuck about black folk? Like he himself said, I'm voting for Biden in the hopes that he has a heart attack and then Kamala gets to take over.
Oh, wow. Although where I heard.
And honestly, my uncle, like myself, we happen to be of a line of individuals that have always been able to speak truthfully for those in our immediate area. So it's like, if I say something to that effect, understand I'm not the only one that thought that. I'm just the only one that's smart enough and brave enough to say it out loud.
Right. Okay.
So I know for a fact, and a lot of people are speaking more of Biden's campaign off the strength of Kamala. Yeah. So the honest perception is like, yeah, I want Biden to win, but is it wrong for me to say, to like hope that he has a heart attack and Kamala takes over? It's like, hey, or he's like, he just has a stroke. Like, you don't want him to die because you don't want to be heartless. Like, just have a stroke and you can't really do shit, so she got to take over. but you still alive. Like, I don't want you to die. I want you to win so that she can take over, but I really don't want you to die in the process.
Right. Oh, wow. And the thing is, it's not even that far fetched for me to hear things like that, because I heard a lot of crazy things, which I can't be at liberty to
And look,
talk about.
that's just on the Democrat side. I ain't even gonna speak on what the Trump motherfuckers be on.
Oh my gosh, if I was still in Kentucky, that's the only thing I'd be hearing right now. Yeah, this is me. I'm not going to tell y'all who I voted for. I think I actually kind of hinted who I was going to vote for in the couple shows ago. So I'm happy I look back at that. But my thing is this. I think it goes back to voting has been a very hot topic on this show.
Oh yes, that's an understatement.
Right. Unfortunately, Superway, he's not here on the show, but I know he would not agree about talking about this election. But guess what? We're going to talk about it anyway. And I really want to talk to that crowd that believes voting just don't do anything, and people go in that Biden. Now, me saying this is not me supporting Biden. I'm just saying keep the same energy. So I'm gonna use Biden and I'm gonna use Ice Cube. I'm about to say, and I know a lot of people are not going to agree with me. You're not going to hear it today. So, for those who say that voting does that matter, let me tell y'all something. What makes you think that anybody going to listen to your gripes and complaints when you say voting doesn't work? People going to come back with you, and they have rightfully so to do so. What have you done? When the last time you voted? You have to have a track record. You just can't sit there and say this is how I see when people say they don't want to vote. It's like you remember when you sat at the table and your mom fed you beans and broccoli. You don't eat it, and also your mama say if you don't finish this food, you ain't gonna get no dessert. Everybody else at the table, your brother and your sister, because I'm telling you, it happened to me before. I never liked shepherd's pie before, but I love shepherd's pie. I'm gonna put it out there. But before, I never liked shepherd's pie. So I'm like, Mom, I don't want to eat it. I'm like, okay. My dad wanted to whip my ass because he had that look in his eye. Like, boy,
you gonna eat what the hell I pay for?
I'm telling you, if you don't eat this shit, I'm gonna put your face up in it and I'm gonna make sure you lick the damn plate. Every pea, every fucking piece of meat, every potato, every cheese, you gonna eat this? And my mom like, no. No.
Sound like my dad.
Yeah. Like, let the food sit right there. Everybody else got done with their food. I got up. Who wants some dessert? What do you think you doing? Here's your dessert. That shepherd's pie I didn't even touch. And my mama said, you know what? If you don't eat it right now, guess what? Guess what's going to be for your dinner tomorrow? And everybody else around the table, hey, what y'all want for tomorrow? Oh, I want pizza. Guess who wasn't having pizza? But I'm getting mad and complaining like, Mama, why can't I have pizza? Because you didn't finish your shepherd's pie. That's why I see those type of people that says voting don't work. You sit there, if you do not put in the work, and you just sit there and just think people just going to hand feed you shit or listen to your complaints and listen to your gripes and you don't put in no work or at least do your due diligence. Nobody's holding a gun to your head and telling you you have to vote. But if you don't freaking vote, why should I listen to you? I'm going to put myself in my mama's shoes. Why should I listen to you? Oh, I want pizza, but you don't eat the food that I give you. If you sit there,
I'll give you one better. Mm-hmm. I give what I'm gonna tell on myself, but it's from a musical standpoint, it's an artist starting out coming to another artist a little farther ahead along than they are, and asking for assistance, and that further along artists giving them key information that can help them further along their path. But they want a specific request and do not want to continue down their path until that specific request has been achieved. While the artist further along is explaining to them that the only way that you're going to get ahead is by putting in your work, i.e., voting. You can't expect your talent or your situation, politically speaking, to just get discovered by some political guru that's going to do what the hell he need to do to uplift your situation.
Exactly. And I had to think about that analogy for a hot minute. I was like, you just can't go around saying, well, it's not going to work. Voting hasn't helped us. Voting is, you're saying, here's two things that they look at when you hear people that says they don't want to vote. Here's two things that they're looking at. Number one, they're looking at the presidential. They're looking at the federal rather than the local, which I've been preaching on this show. If y'all have been watching #Fade to Black for this long period of time, I always said that if you don't like vote for the presidential, look at your local. Vote locally. And then Super PAC, but that's a different story. But you should always look at the local because everything starts from the bottom. Yes, everything rolls down here, but it all starts at the bottom. This is why you got those career politicians that are up there right now that's either fucking shit up or they trying to make stuff happen. Where they started from? They started from the bottom. What Drake say? Started from the bottom. Now we here. But that's one thing. And then number two, when they think about voting doesn't work, they're basically saying like, look, we still going through the same exact mess. That voting is not going to cure everything. You're right. It's not going to cure everything. But just like when you're taking a freaking Tylenol, you're not going to recover from the headache from overnight. It's going to take some time. So when you put that vote in, it's basically a report card for that representative. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm explaining this to you in layman's terms. You don't have to get a freaking degree. You don't have to go to a college. You don't have to have the highest grades in your freaking class to understand this. When you vote, it's a report card to that representative. Either you want to keep him or her in because they're doing a great job, or you want to put somebody else up in there and hoping that, I won't say hoping, but you expect them to do a better job.
You know what it also does?
What's that?
It legitimizes any political point you make.
Right. You just can't sit on the sidelines and sit there and just run your mouth and you do nothing. Guess what? It's just as simple as this. When you do nothing, you get nothing. When you say nothing, once again, you get nothing. You don't put nothing in, you don't get nothing in return. Ladies and gentlemen, it's simple as that. Yes, as a people, yes, we've been demonized, we've been belittled, we've been abused, we've been killed, we haven't been thought of. You can just go through all the lists of how our people have been treated. And we will be legit in our anger and in our frustration. But here's the issue. When you're not involved in politics or mainly being a fixture in your community, and here's another catch that people forget when they create these groups in your community. If you're not doing anything systemic or putting in the systemic changes within your community, which I mean is, if Beast Johnson had a group, aka a super PAC, get everybody together, get the funding that he needs, become influential, Get the
Now
movement.
understand,
Yeah.
when he say everybody, he means everybody.
And imagine if
From the alleyways to the altar, everybody.
everybody and grooming people to push those issues and those topics of his group. And who knows, he probably could have got powerful businessmen and women to be a part of this group to keep it going. And also telling that politician that's up in the that's, let's say, the mayor, and telling them if nothing don't change, I promise you, come election time, there will be a change, and that change is going to be you.
Look here. If a pimp can preach the gospel, I'm pretty sure I can get one to be a politician. So anybody that knows some certified pimps out there with political aspirations,
And that's
let's
all it
talk.
takes. I'm telling you, and that's all it takes. It's great to have groups within the community, but I always say this: protest is nothing but freaking shit thrown against the wall, hoping that it sticks. But when you
Like
get
I
a
always said, the issue with it is there's no true collaboration.
none, it's this organization. I think people misconstrued what Malcolm X really meant.
I won't say disorganization at this point. In the 70s, I could say we were disorganized then, during that moment. But at this point, it's micromanaged to the point of counterproductivity. Everybody's got their own little sect and subsect that they're trying to achieve and go along to what they feel like is the path to get to the goal.
Mm-hmm.
And they're only focusing on that particular path, not even focusing on there might be anything else that may correspond, parallel, or collide with that path. And then once they come across it, it's new and foreign. It's like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah,
this goes against what I'm doing.
And see, and that's why I'm coming back to about with the super PAC. They may have different ideas, but guess what? We can compromise, and I think that's the biggest issue.
Exactly.
Compromise on what we want. I'm not saying that your idea is any better than my idea. Let's come to a freaking compromise where we could take some of your ideas and some of your ideas and some of my ideas, and let's bring them together and see what we got. But we always have to stay on code. Go out there, influence the vote. How you think these politicians get all this freaking like endorsement money? Number one, get all these commercials run on the TVs when you're trying to enjoy the game. I know y'all sick and tired of seeing a lot of Biden ads, a lot of Trump ads, and a lot of your local politicians ads. You know where they get that money from? They get that money from these super PACs. Or like with Bernie Sanders, he gets the money from actual donors. But I guarantee he still got like too.
You know about that money.
I know, dog. Even the dog sick and tired seeing all those commercials.
Oh, he is.
but my point is,
come here.
I said this quote like a few times on the show, and I'm gonna say it again. Faith without works is dead. So when I see people like, and I'm just gonna mention your name. When I hear Tariq Nasheed's of the world sitting there saying people are voting for clout, what do you mean voting for clout, sir? What are you talking about? These people really do get on my nerve, and I respect Tariq Nasheed. And I know one of his gurus probably gonna send this video. He probably gonna look me up. I'm not that hard to find. Go ahead and make stuff about me. I just know I've done more for my country more than you ever will. But anyways, the simple fact is when you got people like this going after the people that don't know too much about politics, it's dangerous. I hate that we fall into this category. Oh, it's just my opinion. It's just my opinion. No, fuck that. It's also what you're saying too. Definitely to people who don't understand what you're saying. it can be toxic and people can take it for what it's worth. Why do you think you got so many people that believe that freaking 9/11 was an inside job? You still got people that believe that mess. At one time, I was one of them, and I had to think about it. I was like, hold up, man, that shit's a little bit far-fetched. Well, you don't have the
go ahead. Before
yeah, this is why when I hear conspiracy theories, I understand what Teach was saying. Teach, I'm not bashing you. I'm just saying. Like, when I hear conspiracy theories, you have to do your due diligence and see who is blowing the whistle. Because if you got people like the Alex Jones of the world sitting there blowing the whistle like, oh, this is just a hoax, this is just a hoax, and people gonna run with it without showing no facts, but they saying the reason why the facts is true is because Alex Jones is saying it, it should raise a red flag. But going back to the voting part, because I kind of got off track with the voting, if y'all the ones that sit on the damn sidelines and sit there saying that black people need to come together and don't vote, you are part of the problem of what's going on in America. And you are leading your people to slaughter.
No, you invalidate your opinion.
Right. You are leading their asses to the slaughter because I'm like this. If you sitting there, you're not helping out in your freaking community, and you sitting there saying, well, we going through this and going through that, and they ain't doing nothing, but your ass is sitting here talking loud, ain't saying nothing, you are part of the problem. Don't sit there and criticize. I understand like the NAACP, they are old in their ways. Trust me, I know they're old in their ways. You got the Black Caucus. The Black Caucus should be more influential in the black communities. I will say that. But this is where the young generation should be creating these groups, grooming their friends, family members, or whatever, what have you, and taking control of their community. That's what the Republicans and all of them are doing. So here's another thing to combat, and I'm gonna let you go ahead have the floor, Beast. And look at what the right is doing. Look at what all the Republicans are doing. Look at what all the white people are doing on the side. I guarantee you, some of them probably say, I don't believe in voting, but guess what? They out there voting. They putting in the vote. Trust me. They probably already put their early voting in just like I have. And there's going to be a lot of them on election day voting. They probably have the same problems, the same issues, but guess what? They shut the hell up and they go out there and vote. We're the only ones that sit here mope, bitch, and complain about they ain't doing nothing for us. Which going to lead me to another point, but I'm going to let you go ahead and step in on it, Beast Jones. But all I'm saying is we need to sometimes understand, yes, we're in war. A soldier, when the soldier is in the trenches, when the freaking bullets are going over our heads beside us, and we sitting there in the trenches trying to figure out what the hell we doing. We're not sitting there winding up. I'm not gonna shoot, man. There's no way of winning. We ain't got nothing. Guess what we're gonna do to that one soldier? We're gonna beat his fucking ass, and we're gonna come up with a plan to attack back.
Yeah.
So we're not sitting there whining, complaining. That's basically a soldier. For me, that's a soldier that gave up. Well, we ain't making no progress, man. We can shoot all we want to, but we ain't making no progress. But your ass ain't shooting. Your ass ain't coming over here.
So you serve no purpose. So why should you be here?
Right. Why are you in the uniform? Why the hell do you got the rank that you have? First of all, why are you getting paid by the government? And also another thing, why are you still alive in this trench? Why are you saying all that? We can look at you as the fucking enemy. We can look at you as a fucking traitor. And that's what I see. And that's what I see and what I hear when I hear black folks saying voting does not work. But go ahead, Beast.
All right. Well, first off, when people say that whole opinion shit, opinions are trivial. And they pertain to many trivial, simplistic things. Politics, that's your personal perspective. That's how you personally feel based off your experience and the access to knowledge you have attained. or lack thereof in some cases. So when we speak in politics, fuck all that. Oh, that's just my opinion. No, that's just my personal take on it. That's a respectful way to say that and not offend people. If you say that's my opinion, then you're a fucking idiot. But then most times you come out sounding like a jackass anyway.
Yeah.
That's when it comes to voting. No, when it comes to voting, like it's almost a sociopathic exercise for some, because it's like you may feel that way, but no matter your political preference or your political outlooks, by not actually voting, you invalidate that opinion, because the first thing anybody's going to check you on after you make a statement of political reference is, well, do you vote? And if you vote, and some people will check you, and that is public record. So if you do actually vote, there's a public record of you voting. Thus, any point that you make after that fact, they actually have to listen, not only listen, but take in and analyze and find some kind of worth for their life.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't vote, and you tell me you don't vote, is you're pretty much turn the conversation into talking to a child. In, out. There's no grasp of what you're saying.
And not trying to interrupt you, B. Johnson. Also, another point, we're not opposed to one side or the other. Yes, I criticize Republicans a lot, but at the same time, criticize a lot of Democrats on this show too as well. So I don't care who you vote for, as long as you vote. I don't care if you're a pro-black conservative Republican. I don't care if you're a pro-black liberal Democrat. Vote, vote, vote. Get your voice heard. Get it heard. And don't let nobody sit there and tell you that you're voting for clout or that your vote doesn't matter. And I'd be like, okay, tell me how it doesn't matter. Well, you didn't do this and do that, which lead me to it's going to lead me to the next point, but I kind of interrupted you, B. Johnson, because I'm about to give me, since you on one.
Because you helped me with the point I was going to make about the whole voting. People say there's no power in voting. White people have shown you. Okay, let's just get back. I'm talking to the niggas here. Hey, niggas.
I'll put you on full screen.
Hey, niggas. White folk done showed you what the fuck going on. I don't know how much weed or whiskey or cognac or Henny y'all gonna need to sip on and actually open up your fucking eyes, because apparently y'all can't see mine, but I can see all y'all. And I see everything that's fucking going on. Like, it baffles me when it comes to the point of you don't understand how not to vote. And that there is true power in it. White people voted just to have Star Wars acknowledged as a national holiday. Why? Because of the term, may the force be with you. And cleverly, you could add the date, May the 4th. So because some random pothead was probably saying, May the 4th, they actually got people together, did a petition, voted, and then the first time that they was able to actually write in something, they wrote in Star Wars. They wrote in May the 4th, and now May the 4th is actually acknowledged as Star Wars Day. It's a holiday in America. Why? Because people voted. It's something fucking stupid and trivial, and they fucking voted to get it happen. So why can't you simple, silly ass niggas figure it out? If they can do it for something stupid, this ain't the liquor talking. This me. If they could get something that stupid as Star Wars made into an acknowledged holiday over a science fiction movie. A fucking movie has a holiday over the countless black people and black achievement. If that shit don't just stick in your craw, I don't know what to do. But I digress. The point being, they have proven that with voting and petitions and taking the right moment when it is available to put that out there into the social conscious, it gets done. Why can't we do the same thing? Yeah, we're going to have our obstacles. We're going to have our issues. We're used to that. Why whine about some shit you know going to happen? Man, it's raining, man. That's what the hell happens. When it happens, you should know what the fuck to do. Just like when it's cold, you know what to do. This ain't the first time it happened.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's going to go down. So you should already instinctively know or have that sense about it. All right, when you feel like it's about to go this way, go ahead and set up what you need to set up to avoid whatever issues you know might come out when it pop off. But come on now, we can do this. The blueprint's out there. We just need to actually sit down, look at it, and say, hey, this is how we do it for us.
Mm-hmm. We've been saying blueprint stuff on this show for the longest. It's not only just for voting, but for everything. The show always offers solutions. But when you were saying all that, I was doing this the whole entire time, looking directly in the camera, like, for everybody who don't believe in damn vote, which lead me to this point, which lead me to this right here. And I know it's going to hit home with a lot of y'all. I know it is. But here's the thing. For everybody who says that, what is your vote going to do? My question is this. Have you asked what you want? Here, y'all like to criticize Obama, and mainly us. I'm talking about us, black folks. We criticize Obama still to this day because he didn't do that for us. He didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing. Let me hurt y'all feelings. Let me hurt y'all feelings.
No, I got you because I'm used to it. I'm used to it. Obama is your homeboy that you went to school with while y'all was in school, got a job at the local fast food spot, and every time your black ass came in there, you gave that look like, what's good? Throw a nigga a Big Mac real quick. Mm-hmm. And have the audacity to get mad when he give you the look like, nigga, the white man looking at me right fucking now.
And not to mention, we got cameras all over.
Cameras, come on, like, knowing good and well there's better and smoother ways to go about doing it. All you had to do was just take your order. I see you. I'm going to see what the order is. I'm going to count who you are in line, so I'm going to see what fucking number it is on the board.
Mm-hmm. Or
so I set the shit up. Like, come on, now. If that's what me as Obama is going to do, knowing good and well, if I get caught actually looking out for my niggas, that's going to fuck up everything I got going. So I got to be smooth about this shit. I got to see how they set up right now in line. I got to see what orders is in front of them that might match what they looking for. So it's like, all right, I got to hope and pray at that moment as Obama in the grill that my niggas on the other side of this counter, the Black Nation, want exactly what I can give them at that moment. That I can line up with what's in front of me.
Right.
At that moment.
But I'm gonna add.
But they don't understand that. And I, as Obama, I can't vocalize that sentiment to them across the panel or across the board and let them know exactly what the fuck it is. I can't do that because then the manager, the white folk, the Senate, they gonna figure out what the hell's going on.
Right.
And now their eyes gonna be double on my ass. So come on now, like, why you mad?
And see, that's two things. Number one, they don't know how politics go. This is one of the things I'm trying to tell y'all, like I started off with the show. Learn a little something about politics, one. And then number two, this is the most important one. I know y'all heard this saying, so I'm going to say it again. A closed mouth don't get fed. Meaning, if you keep your damn mouth shut and somebody's trying to feed you, but you're hungry, how are you going to get fed? How are you going to, how are you going to tame your hunger? How you not going to be hungry no more? You got to open your mouth, meaning in political terms, you have to tell people what you want. That's the biggest problem with us. We don't say what we want. We just wait till after it's all said and done. Obama said that, hey, I'm president now. Tell me what y'all want. Nobody, yes, nobody, definitely the ones who did not ever vote or who is saying that they're not going to vote. Obama said, whatever you want, let me know. None of y'all stepped up. None of y'all went to y'all local representatives or politicians or senators or representatives that's in state and federal Congress. Y'all didn't say nothing.
None of you, as the unregistered masses, came together as a voting voice as itself. Y'all seen the fucking movies.
Yeah. Y'all didn't
the unregistered, undeclared voter actually holds a lot of weight depending on where you at, depending on the severity of the election, depending on how fucked up shit really go. Like y'all really don't understand the folk that don't want to vote, that it could honestly boil down to the undeclared. Like everybody that actually votes Tuesday could actually go 50-50 in the fucking nation, Biden, Trump, and then now it's left up to everybody. All you niggas said, I ain't vote. My vote don't mean shit. What the fuck my vote gonna do? Well, guess what now, nigga? Your vote is now the vote.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And see, people don't understand it. People don't take the time to understand that you sit there, you get mad with Obama of like, we need a black agenda. He didn't understand the black agenda, but you never brought it to his, you never brought it to his radar. You never had it right there on his desk, or at least have a representative, call your representative, like, this is what we want. I voted for you. I voted for you to do these things. Now I need you to go to President Obama, who I also voted for, to do all these things.
And look, even to the celebrities.
Yeah.
You speak on the black celebrities. I only know of one black celebrity that actually, when given the opportunity to get close enough to Obama, actually spoke to him like a real nigga for the real niggas. And that was the artist Wale. And that's because he put it out there in the song. And I know for a fact he's met him on several occasions. So it's safe to presume that he's had at least a 5-minute conversation with the nigga.
Mm-hmm. I guarantee you got
but he kept it hood when he brought it to his attention. And Obama, as he put it, Obama, in so many words, let him know, it's like, hey, it ain't but so much, they're going to let a nigga get away with, especially to help other niggas. So it's like, work with me and understand that I am here for y'all, but I'm pigeonholed, man. Ain't but so much.
Which goes back.
So if I do it, I got to be smooth about this shit.
Right. Which goes back to what we were saying the whole entire time during this show. If you don't have a super PAC and you don't have the people groomed to be around President Obama or having local, state, and federal have those issues and those topics, rather than just being a freaking talking point for election year, but actually something that's been talked about and systemic changes are being done every day, who knows? all that stuff that we're talking about right now, like police brutality and all that stuff, will been already been taken care of. All the police
Also,
officers done those things would have already been prosecuted, been put in jail for many, many years. Would have already been there. And I'm not only just talking about President Obama, I also talk about this current administration, what leads me to Ice Cube, because a lot of y'all still talking about Ice Cube. Listen, you know, no disrespect to you, Beast Yards. Let me put myself on full screen. Let me holler at y'all.
do you, boo? Do you, Pep? Do you?
Let me holler at y'all from here for Ice Cube. Stop saying that he tried. Look here. He was 2 fries short of a Happy Meal. Why? Because
That's country right there, boy.
I'm telling you, because if he really did want systemic changes to happen to black folk, he would have went to this current administration and he would have worked out with them. Freaky, I gotta give the devil her due. Omarosa. I'm not the biggest Omarosa fan. Omarosa, that one person that will be smiling in your face one day, and then the next minute she will stab you right in the back and still be smiling in your face, like, oh, I'm just scratching your back, when she's still just grinding that knife in your back. But I digress. One thing that I had to
I don't know what's going on.
one thing I want to give her props on. She was pushing a black agenda. She got the HBCUs up there, even though this administration didn't do nothing for them.
Coon criteria.
Yeah, she was pushing that. So why in the world Ice Cube didn't do anything then? This man made an album about this administration. And everybody, if y'all heard the album, it wasn't nothing too positive. But now all of a sudden, everybody's sitting there jumping on the bandwagon, like, well, at least Ice Cube tried. But y'all sitting there saying that Obama couldn't do anything. Like, where's our change? We got all this stuff happening to us, but y'all never say anything. But y'all gonna give Ice Cube a pass for coming in late with this contract for Black America? Like, really? This is how freaking fucked up and unorganized and bad timing we are. We already go by that. What's that timing called? I'm gonna put you on full screen right now.
CP. Color people time.
Look. What Ice Cube did is so symbolic of that stereotype. He came in so freaking late, and now he getting all the backlash, and then y'all dumb fucking fools sitting there defending him. Well, at least he tried. No, he didn't try. I'm sorry. For some, y'all been.
He showed his face. That's what he did.
Right. When you got so many people out here complaining, moping, and groping. Just moping and groping about all this shit, and sitting there saying Obama ain't did anything, but y'all didn't say anything. But then you got this man who came in late. Now all of a sudden, let's go ahead and defend him. You see how you're not keeping the same energy whatsoever? Do you see that?
You're fickle.
Because I can tell you the truth. If I were y'all, I will be giving him the same heat as I did, as if I was in your shoes, as I did Obama.
No. Keep it current. Treat him like you're treating 50.
Right.
Because let's just keep it real. Any black celebrity that's coming out now saying anything, be mindful. Biden proclaimed, if you make over $400,000 yearly, you will be affected with a higher tax or extra tax. Donnell, you make $400K?
Yes. Soon to be.
Even in my dope days, I ain't made $400K a year. I made a nice little pretty, but it wasn't no $400K. Damn sure wasn't what they called me for. But that's another story. Right. But I won't be affected by that Biden rule. So Donnell won't be affected. So the only blacks that are griping about it or are approaching Trump are black celebrities that is well established that make over $400,000 yearly. Pretty much $400,000 shitting on the toilet on a good Tuesday morning.
Mm-hmm.
So that's extra tax for them. Now, to understand that mentality, think of it as your local your local weed man, your local ABC store saying that, we now only going our loyal customers, people that come in here all the time that we know, y'all gonna get taxed more. People that come in here and always like club owners, people that have bars and liquor houses, y'all gonna get hit with an extra 7% tax on your purchases. So anybody that you hear that complains about the liquor stores and trying to get regulations done, it's safe to assume you probably one of the individuals is getting hit with that tax.
Mm-hmm.
So why would I really listen to you? Then you hear about one of them that's out there with well, I'm coming over here trying to work with them to see if we can, lower that tax to a more respectable number amongst all parties. Well, so basically, Ice Cube is coming in saying, "Hey, if you're gonna tax us, don't make it 400. Make it like 250, like no more than 250, like quarter mil. Can you quarter mil extra tax?
But see,
most of us snort that in 6 months. Like, let's keep it real. So a quarter mil tax. That's what Ice Cube is over there doing with this platinum plan.
Yeah, but see, you speaking blasphemous stuff. Not everybody gonna listen to that. You're gonna go over their heads. You want to know why? Because it's Ice Cube, and also he's a brother. And number 3, he's trying to help us out. That's gonna go. All the things you just said just went over their heads. I guarantee you. I promise you, it went over their freaking heads.
Well, that's the beauty of the internet. Once it's there, it's there. So y'all gonna find this being said, no matter what. It got said. You can't deny it.
Right. I'm not gonna sit there gonna give that man no liquor credit for his contract, because I'm gonna say it and I'm gonna say it again. If he really did give a damn about us, he would have did this when this administration first took over in power. I give him the benefit of the doubt. He should have said somebody in his second year. In his second year, that's in the middle of the freaking middle of this administration's term. Then I would have been like, all right.
No, I give you the 5th year. No, because he's going for his re-election. So yes, I agree. The second, I'll give you the first year. I give you the first strong year to test yourself out, see how you're acting accordingly, see how stepping into the position. And by that 13th, 14th month, if it ain't looking too favorable, you still wobbling, I'm gonna start speaking up. Like, hey, I ain't want to talk bad about nobody, but I'm feeling like my man's ain't really ready for this position. Like,
right, it's like
I feel like if some shit really hit the fan, it's gonna go ugly. Like,
right, it's like if you become a president of the freaking new record label. And I was the one that really pushed, like I supported you. I was the vote that actually put you over the top. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, I helped him out. My vote actually was the winning vote for him. I'm gonna give him all these things that he should look into. But I see that you running this thing like it's your own little playpen. You cutting, like, you giving all these stars freaking loans, and you taking more of the money from them than they're making, and then you firing all sorts of good people. Then yeah, I'm definitely gonna be like,
speak up.
Yeah,
speak up.
Right.
Obviously, I've had too much booger sugar, and my heart is having the silly fit.
Right. And that's what
take hold.
Right. That's what you're supposed to do. You be like, yo, Beast, come here, man. What the fuck is going on, man? I didn't vote you in for this, for you to act like this. Like,
with a name like Beast, our hopes a level of physical aggression is somewhat assumed. My name is Beast, so obviously, if I'm out my mind, a swift punch to the face, like good bop in the mouth, is probably gonna be the necessary call to get my shit
Right.
All right, you have my attention.
Yeah.
All right, I'm listening. All right, I'm listening. I'm listening.
And see if Ice Cube would have did this way before what he did now, we would be talking some different stuff right now. It would be a different discussion. DL Hughley was right for calling him out. Right. Freaking and I love you. Here's another thing about the internet, definitely YouTube. I love when like the black conscious not movement, but the black conscious side, who is and everybody who's trying to defend Ice Cube saying he was doing a good deed, sitting there and saying, "Oh, he schooled Roland Martin. Oh, he schooled DL Hughley." And I'm like, no, he didn't school nobody at all, because if you actually watch when he got questioned on his policies and all that stuff, he barely couldn't even give a straight freaking answer. He's saying that I did not work directly with the current administration. But I'm sorry, sir, when you work with advisors of the administration, you're basically working for the man, basically. Just because he's not there does not mean you're not working with them. They work for him. They work for him, and you're there organizing the plan. Guess what? You're technically working with the person. You're technically working with the administration. No ifs, no ands, no buts about it. Because when the commanders tells us soldiers to go out and do something, negotiate this deal or talk to this one person, I'm not talking on them on my behalf. I'm talking to them on my commander's behalf or on my behalf. They don't have to be there to have an influence, to know that this is what they wanted. So I don't know why everybody was seeing it in a different way with Ice Cube and sitting there giving them a pass and all that stuff. It just blows my freaking mind where we get on use the wrong energy for the wrong people when we don't speak up. But then when we have a time to speak up, we wait late in the damn game. And just because it's that person, aka Ice Cube, oh, we're going to give them a pass. This is why they see us as a goddamn joke. And I know
you know why? You know why? Because this is Scooby-Doo. And Ice Cube was the presumed monster. Throw the mask off. Lil Wayne, you're the one over here doing it? Yeah, it's Lil Wayne. So because Lil Wayne is over here taking pictures and doing the Kanye thing with Trump, and he's getting all that energy that should be balanced out with Ice Cube. Because Ice Cube is the mask.
Mm-hmm. To be honest, and anybody who knows me, no, I'm not the biggest Lil Wayne fan. I hate freaking Lil Wayne. And this right here proves it. This man sit there and said Black Lives Matter before Black Lives Matter became a thing. And then when he was asked about it, what is that? What do they do? And you saw all
that don't affect me.
Mm-hmm. And all these white conservatives, just like they do with Kanye. Yes, I'm making it racial. Welcome to #Fade to Black. Like I told you, we got stuff in this world, accept everything that comes with it. And all of those white conservatives sitting there saying, "Yeah, that's why I like from the same white conservatives that got mad at Kanye when he said Bush don't like."
That's why I like that boy. I knew it was a reason why I like that boy.
Yeah, and he said that y'all was throwing his name in the freaking mud. Now that he says that he loved this current administration, y'all all jumping on his dick. But let's push that to the side. And now all of them sitting there jumping on Lil Wayne. Like, we knew we liked Lil Wayne for some reason. I never liked fucking Lil Wayne because he break out the stereotype of us black folks. Oh, he's the greatest rapper alive. Bullshit. Hear me out when I say it. I hope everybody.
I got that. From a technical aspect, I would like everyone that's watching to understand when artists like Lil Wayne, who are predominantly known for freestyle songs, this is what you're doing. When you have accrued enough time and talented assets to have an actual mobile studio or have the equipment to mobily record, then on the fly, you'll throw a beat on there. And he'll usually come in twice as fucked up as what I am right now. Lil Wayne, make that 6 times. And he will go in there, listen to the beef a little bit. All right. Then go through a run through and say as much shit that possibly makes sense before his mind has a brain fart. Stop. Go back and listen to it. Take out the shit that was complete fucking gibberish. Keep was plausible. Structure it. Have him do it maybe 3 or 4 more times. And actually throw out a full freestyle song that he's so known for. When artists know how to listen for a punch, well, the average ear doesn't know how to actually listen for. You can tell in songs, especially for like artists like myself that are known for more rapid fire delivery or want to say a lot of fucking words. Mm-hmm. You may hear a punch, and if done right, you won't hear it, but the artist knows when they punched in, and the artist can tell when another artist punched in. Sometimes you can just kind of honestly expect it, but you can hear it. That lets you know that was chopped up. Mm-hmm. They went to a certain point, then played the reference and kept it moving from the ending point, and it built from there. That's what these Lil Waynes out here do. Is do not ever mislead yourself in thinking that what is put out there is what is how it's presented.
Yeah, I never thought Lil Wayne was the greatest rapper. I don't even have him in my top 5 or my top 10. I'm gonna tell you this. You know who's the most underrated rapper out there that barely anybody even talks about, but he's with one of the best duo rap duos in all of the world. Andre 3000. His wordplay will kill Lil Wayne, destroyed him. And here's another rapper too that people barely even talks about.
That's one of my cosmic references. Like, man, you sound just like Andre 3000.
Mm-hmm. Andre 3000.
Y'all listen to my music, tell me.
Mm-hmm. One word, by the way. One word on Spotify and all streaming networks available right now. And my camera's going out of focus. But also Cassidy. So underrated.
Cassidy is another underrated.
I really had some
Currency. Currency is one of the most consistent and underrated lyricists and artists out in the game right now. Dude be dropping shit damn near on a bi-monthly basis at some points.
Because here's the thing why I say Cassidy too. Why Cassidy will destroy Lil Wayne. I literally had one of my old friends back in the day, white boy by the way, who literally said that Cassidy would get destroyed by Lil Wayne. I looked at him. I said, dude, are you fucking high? Which he actually was high. I was like, are you kidding me right now? He was like, yeah, he will destroy. I said, have you ever heard of a Cassidy song? No. Cassidy will rip him to shreds. I have never seen a rap battle that Cassidy lost. I think Cassidy's on. He probably lost one time, but Cassidy is a monster. He's a fucking legend in his own right when it comes to rap battles. And also, he could get on the freaking track and destroy it. Lil Wayne, this is Lil Wayne to me. We're not going off track of what we talk about, ladies and gentlemen, but since we're talking about it, since he wants to endorse a presidential candidate, Lil Wayne is like that one dude that will take your leftovers and make her seem like she's the greatest thing ever.
No,
but not all.
No. I got a better one.
Go ahead, B. You've been on
Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne. I need to sip on this one.
Oh boy. I'm coming real close to get my freaking tequila and put it in my cup. But go ahead.
Lil Wayne is that one dude that we all know that love the hoest of the hoe. We ain't talking about the one girl that got around. We talking about the one girl that you could randomly just pick a point at a nigga. Hey, you know such and such. She hang out with a girl named. She built like. Hell yeah, I know that girl. Me and my homeboys used to run train on her for like 4-5 months, my nigga. The whole time you standing there with the dude that's like, but I love her.
Mm-hmm. That's Lil Wayne for
Yeah,
you.
and she burned you.
Mm-hmm.
And but you know why she burned you? Because she fucked him. And how many of your homeboys? 4. I know for a fact she fucked 2 of my homeboys and 5 of their homeboys. And that was along with her homegirl that he referenced. Yeah, they were like the tag team champions of the world. Like they was like the new age outlaws of this shit. They came in and wrecked shit up, sucking it. Like that is Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne is that dude that found her and was like, "You are the greatest thing ever. I will adore you and give you everything you need. I will take you away from this life. I will make you better. With me by your side, we can do this." Looking like the silliest of simps.
And not to mention, it make it worse. And marries her. Like, oh, you getting married?
No. Look, marries her because he believes the kid that she currently pregnant with is his.
And knowing that is.
Look, and meanwhile, and this is me and every other dude that hear that like, who?
Mm-hmm.
Like, who married? To who? Him. Is she pregnant? By who? He was like, oh, she pregnant. Like, and he take care of her baby. Is it his?
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, that's Lil Wayne in a nutshell. I never did like Lil Wayne. When Lil Wayne came out and said his endorsement, I wasn't surprised. Fuck Lil Wayne. You can tell him I said it. He's a horrible rapper. Disgusting rapper. He don't care about black people. And then everybody's sitting there praising him. What was the last awards? Was it the BET Awards? Where he I forgot.
You asked the wrong person anything BET referenced.
Yeah, I know that's my last time you referenced, but how about I say this? He did a cipher where he said Black Lives Matter. And y'all ate that shit up. Y'all ate it up.
You know why? Because he said previously, I don't understand anything about it. He caught backlash. There was die down under the assumption and presumption that he was learning. So now he comes out, probably one of the first, if not the first, true public appearance he had after the backlash of the previous statements, and ends with the Black Lives Matter. He's learned. He's become better. We love you now.
I looked through that shit. I was like, it's funny. I accidentally turned to it and I saw that part. I was like, oh my gosh. I feel like I don't know to throw up or just take my laptop and just throw it at my girlfriend's TV, knowing that I'm gonna get the repercussions. So I didn't do neither. I kind of threw up in my mouth, but pause. But
that's just when you had one of them, like, I'm about to just 1950s. I'm going to get some cigarettes and then don't come back for like 17 years. Mm-hmm. It's like just one of them moments where you just feel like, no, fuck it all.
Mm-hmm. But see, we also touched on the point here and didn't even realize it. They would jump and support Lil Wayne, jump to his defense, support that he's the greatest rapper alive, but won't go out and vote. Think about it. We put all of our look, and like I said earlier, and it's all coming together. We give our energy to the wrong shit, and then when we do all that, and then we put all of our insecurities and our energy on the wrong people that doesn't even deserve it. Well, we should be looking ourselves in the mirror and saying, like, maybe it's me. You know, I did kind of came hard at Obama, but not understanding if I would have voted the second time and didn't have Republicans running the fucking Senate, maybe he could have got what I wanted. Or on the other hand, I could have told him to through my politician that I voted for to be like, this is what we want. This was going on community. Here's the solutions. And I would have gotten what I wanted. But no. Y'all just sat there. You whine, you complain. You know why your life still. Yeah, oh, snap. Go ahead, take
it. Because it just came to me. The reason why, politically speaking, we're not having a resolution and like really seeing results and just wasting our time complaining is because you're not doing what the fuck your mama told you to do and what the teachers told you to do in school when you have an issue. And maybe just because I come from an upbringing that was like, hey, if push comes to shove, push and shove.
Right.
But it was always expressed that, hey, you got issue in the classroom, local, you take it up to the teacher, local politicians, aldermen. If it's not addressed there, then you take it over to the vice principal. That'd be the state. Governor, that'd be your city to your state. That's not being addressed, you take it up to the principal because he's the head of the school. That'd be the president. You make it known across all channels. Whether it gets solved or not, you do your due diligence to make sure that your teacher knows there's an issue, the vice principal knows that there's an issue, the principal knows that there's an issue, and this issue has been persistent for an indeterminate amount of time.
Right.
Now, his point, because once you've done that, you've officially paid your deductible on your nigga insurance. Because now you can do whatever the fuck you want to.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you a perfect example. When I was in the 7th grade, I'm still reeling with issues of my father, so that's always a touchy issue at that point for me. Don't speak his name or anything in reference to it. I won't try to fight you. Had a little boy that had an issue with me. I went along the chain of command. I told my mama, she alerted the school. I did my due diligence on my end, and it still persisted. And one day, he decides, right at the end of school, that he wants to slap me in the back of the head. I didn't even think about telling anybody because I was like, everybody know. I hawked this motherfucker down. He got on his bus, first seat behind the driver, and I proceed to give him the good old-fashioned Forrest Gump in the strip club when that motherfucker put his hands on Jenny, threw the goddamn seat up under the chair. I just kept punching till his ass was up under the chair. I didn't care at that point. You've been fucking with me. I've told everybody what the issue is. Now I'm going to solve it. After that, I calmly got my bag. I went on the bus. I sat there and I told everybody, I'm sorry for the delay. They was like, why? You'll understand in about 15 minutes. And then they saw all the other buses go by. And then the assistant principal came up there and he wanted to give me the whole spiel about fighting and da-da-da. And I flipped out on him and told him straight up, y'all been on about this shit. I've been addressed it to you. He's still been fucking with me. Ain't nobody doing nothing about it. So I did something myself. So go ahead and do what you got to do. I don't care. And all they could do at that point was give me 2 days in school suspension because it already been documented several times over that there's been an issue prior to me having a physical altercation with the boy. So they can never say to anybody, according to the school, that I was the aggressor. I covered my ass in that aspect. I had every legal right to act an ass. And yeah, I got a little punishment, but it was a slap on the wrist.
Mhm. Yeah, you know they had to make it look good. Like we
There
had
you
to
go.
punish you. Yeah,
We had
we
to do
we,
something.
we had to do
Right? We
something. We
couldn't
couldn't
just
let
let
you get
him
away.
get away with punching that boy in the head like that. We had to
And
do
see,
something.
if we would have do our due diligence and engage in this freaking election year, still
Along
got
the
time
chain of commands.
along the chain of
Understand
command.
that.
Get your group, and if you don't get what you want, guess what? It's time for you to start holding your representatives' feet to the fire. Or, in
No,
other
no.
words,
Get your paperwork, baby.
yeah, get
To
your
all my hood
paperwork.
folk, to all my court folk, get your paperwork. Get your paperwork with your aldermen. Get your
hmm
paperwork with your city mayors and officials. Get your paperwork with your congressmen, your state level. Get it on the biggest level possible. Have paperwork that you're contacting these people. Have
Yeah,
paperwork that you're trying to make this stuff known. And don't just have paperwork going out. Have paperwork stored. So if motherfuckers try to say something, oh, you talking about the letter that I sent on this day that was mailed out, or oh, this day when we addressed this issue, or you talking about this email here, you talking about this email here, this correspondence here, this correspondence here. So when you eventually have a full out protest, which may have riot undertones, you have a paperwork covering yourself, and nobody can call you a domestic terrorist. No one can try to say that you're trying to be anti-American and
mhm.
unpatriotic. No,
but
you've
but
addressed
here,
the issue. You're an American is mad. You're American is tired. You're an American is fed up.
right. But also to add to, get your peoples together. Get
There
that
you
super
go.
PAC, groom those young college, definitely those young college majors, or even the ones that been in the
Oh,
streets for a while. Groom them. These are our policies. This is what
hold on.
we
Before you
want.
continue, there's one thing I'm going to say when you said it earlier, because it did it. For reference, the conversation and creative and intellectual property of the Black political party or Black super PAC has been devised by Donnell Amante Morris in collaboration with myself, Beast Johnson, Miss Anita Joe, Seafway, and Professor and Professor O, because we were the ones that were saying this long before that motherfucker. So if shit do jump off and niggas try to take claim, we have a digital reference and record as being the first to actually publicly address that and publicly state that it needs to be brung in. So all I'm saying is, if it comes to fruition and I don't get no invite to be like at least like part of the think tank,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna be that hating nigga with the banana talking about that shit ain't cool. But I'm definitely about to drop dimes and start snitching on folk. Like,
And I'll do you one better. We got a network that's coming, baby. And Diddy got a thing called Revolt. And we will be gladly, and I know it's a black owned and entity,
no,
but
it's
we
not.
be
No, no,
yeah. I'll try to be nice, but
no, no.
we would
Revo is the
love,
Popeyes of the music game. It's just got a black spokesperson.
right, but we would love to take that network out of business because we're aiming for
No,
BET and we're
no, no, no. Here, no, no. Here at the Web Network, we have a synergetic mindset. We don't believe in monopolizing. We have more of a conglomerate perspective in the world. We just want to ensure that all aspects of media, both visual and audio, have that quote unquote black touch, that certified black stamp, that black seal of approval. That's what we're trying to do. So we implore individuals like Diddy would be more assimilated into the collective, as opposed to, I'm not gonna stop no nigga from getting money, baby. I ain't gonna end your hustle. I won't do that. That's just bad business. That's bad form. But I will implore you to incorporate yourself within our fold.
mm-hmm.
And to Seafoy out there, that's how you talk to folk and let them know exactly what it is. Because I guarantee you, the people that know me know this motherfucker crazy as hell for the shit he just said. I wonder if people really caught what he was really saying.
Oh, I caught it. I knew what he was saying before he even said the first word. I knew where it was going. Like I said, probably went over his head.
That's the conversation skills and tactics we need to incorporate when we go out here and have to talk to them folk.
It's nothing wrong. It's nothing wrong with telling the politicians to bring your ass to the table and let's talk about it. I got my peoples here and all that stuff. But then also, it's no different than you going to your local town hall meetings, going to your local even parent-teacher conference. It's funny you brought up school because you elect local officials, superintendents to run those school programs, to run the schools in that district. People tend to forget that. Just stuff like that. Get organizations that actually create systemic change within your community. Once again, groom. Definitely, if you're in a position right now of a delegate or a superintendent, you should be teaching. And I agree with Teach when she says this. We need to be teaching our kids like this is what you're going to be. Even though I'm gonna give my kids free choice, but but going back to what Cheech was saying, if I'm a damn superintendent and I want to keep this seat in the family, I'm teaching my kids to be like, look, this is what you need for being a superintendent. ... Be a part of a freaking group to keep their freaking to keep our issues in the limelight, to keep that number one. Yes, all other issues will fall in line, but ours going to be at the top. Get that knocked out and done. So when I'm going to the next level, if I'm going up to the freaking Senate, I should either have my kids or the people that's a part of my group, not party, a part of my group, my super PAC should be following in line. So I'm already keeping that seat warm. And when I'm in the freaking Senate, I should already be having like at least 10 of them coming in, packing the seats, packing the floors. That's all it takes. But go ahead.
I'll say, politically speaking, we as Black folk need to understand that we are the lead hit. We are the leading hitter. When in terms of baseball, we are that player whose sole goal is to hit the ball and get the base. We're not going to run it unless we need to run for a double play. But as soon as we get that advantage, we're going to step off. But we need to remember that because we're not just the only ones here. And if we want to do this, politically speaking, we have to approach it from a Benetton ad style way. Meaning, we may be the cause, but we can't present it as we are the cause. We have to present it as we are the leading point. Take, for example, superintendents in education. Now, you want to talk about in that aspect? Say, for example, you get a showing of single Black fathers, especially those who are for that particular school or that particular area that say if it's being held in the school, the Black fathers of those children at that school should show up in unison and at every educational meeting like that, with the cause of stating that we want a truthful historical representation for the children, not just for ourselves, but for all the children. And the reason why we say all the children, because everyone needs to know the truth about everybody so they can understand each other better. We need to understand I understand Native Americans and why they may feel some kind of way at certain things that may go down. Because hell, they had to go through some shit called the Trail of Tears. You survive some shit like that, you feel some kind of way too. Speaking as a descendant of a slave. we understand that plight with each other, and the descendants of it understand that plight with each other because we were raised with that information.
Yep.
So it made our, interactions with each other very seamless. Often very fond and comforting and shit. Friendships friendships and new knowledge was brought forth because we were raised to understand the truth of not just our history, but their history. So when we met their descendants, we knew what not to fucking say.
Yeah,
and we knew, that's best to got to understand. If the more you know about where you came from, the more you know what not to say when you run across a descendant of it.
Right. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Well, like I said, that's just one way. That's just one way we could do it. You get in through that facet, show that unilateral strength. Understand that this is for us. This is for us, the Black first. But we know that as the Blacks, we gotta get everybody on board. Everybody, we gotta get everybody to fuck with us. So we have to present it in a fashion that everybody can get along with. They're not like the whites. They're not just asking for just there because they're not the only colored kids there. So we say everybody. Yeah, we want us, but we are part of everybody. So we present it as everybody. Because we know we going to get ours. Because we the ones that damn set it up. We the ones that put it out there. We the ones that execute it. So we going to get ours. We going to get that cut. Mm-hmm. We owe this. Think about it. We setting up the Temptations. We are Otis. We going to get our cut at the end of the day. Understand that. We set this thing up. I don't give a fuck who you remember. I don't give a fuck I don't give a fuck if you fuck with Blue. I don't give a fuck if you fuck with Cornbread or Paul or Dennis or David or any of the other niggas they use to replace them. It's still this band at the end of the day.
Yep.
So politically speaking, no matter who else gets to shine off of our fucking effort, moving forward from henceforth, it's still our effort, it's still our plan, it's still our benefit. We gonna get ours.
And speaking of that, we have hit the final part of the show. We're not gonna do the final thought. We're just going to make our final statements. Final points. I need to make that a segment. So, what's your final point before we head on off? And then tomorrow is election day.
Final point is, no matter how you feel, honestly, just get out there and vote to show you have a voice, show register and proof of a voice. That way, anything you say after the fact with that voice can be actually worth listening to.
Feel you on that one. My final point is this. This is not 2016. Everybody's sitting there saying it's going to be like 2016 again. It's not. Stop it. It's a whole new ball game. It's a whole new ball game. It's not going to be no freaking how it was with Hillary. It's not. Because guess what happened? You know the reason why 2016 happened? Yes. Hillary had this made up scandal. Yes. It was made up.
It really was.
But yeah, it was made up. It was already dealt with and all that stuff. Thank you, James fucking Comey. But here's the reason why it's so different. That is very different. Number one, there is no fucking scandal. And number two, and this is the biggest point, this is what we were talking about all through the show. Y'all stayed y'all asses at home and didn't vote. There was no big turnouts like it is this year, this election cycle. There has not been a big turnout like this in a long fucking time. This is what happens when you keep your happy ass at home and you get what you basically get what you deserve. A vote is take it back. A no vote is a vote. It's just like when you don't say when Beast Johnson asks me a question and I don't give him an answer, guess what? That's an answer.
Mm-hmm. A no vote is I'm good. When you at somebody's house or y'all having a social gathering, hey man, we about to order food, or and you know for a fact they ordering from multiple places. You can't be like, oh, nah. Some people getting pizza, some folks getting Chinese. They ordering from about 3-4 different spots. They doing Uber Eats, nigga. What you want? I'm good. I ain't hungry. Or ain't nothing I want. And then the food get here, everybody eating, being joyful and happy, and you got the rumbles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you be like, I can take whatever.
Oh man, man. Now you trying to scavenge a poo platter like some kind of hipster homeless person. Mm-hmm. Can I get a little bit of that?
Right.
Is that wonton? Can I have one? Mm-hmm. Okay. Get a little bit of that ragoon on it. Just let me get a little bit. You should got your ass up. It says something. Shit. Hey, I'm hungry. Hey, where y'all get?
Where you going? Are you going to McDonald's or whatever? Or they don't say nothing at all. That's the worst ones. Don't say nothing at all. And then that person be like, let me consider giving them something. And you get McDonald's and everybody else getting something entirely a lot better. That's what happens when you don't speak up or say anything. You get what you deserve, even when you don't do anything. You get what you deserve. What you put in life, you surely get back. We all investors. We all businessmen and women. Because you know why? Because we make decisions and we accept the consequences and the risk that comes with those damn decisions. And as an investor, when you put in life, guess what? You will surely get back what you put into life. You could call it karma, you could call it consequences, you could call it whatever. But guess what? If you do good in the world, guess what? The world will do good by you. But if you do bad by the world, you invest bad shit into the world, guess what? The world is going to get your ass back tenfold in return. So this election right here is important, and I'm happy that I'm going to have Beast Johnson here. I think Seepaway is probably going to be with us. I don't know. But also, Seepaway, he's going through some family issues right now. Seepaway, if you watch it right now, hopefully everything's going fine and great. Wish you nothing but the best for you and your family. Yes. But we will be here Tuesday for this special of the election. And we're going to try and make it comical and funny as hell. And not to mention,
I definitely might have a fresh bottle. Might have to go invest in a fresh bottle.
See, it's funny that you said bottle because you already got me on one because I got a bottle up in the freaking refrigerator right now. And I'm like, damn, I should have drawn some. But I said, you know what? I'm going to save it for tomorrow. So we're going to drink and we're going to enjoy this election. But other than that.
Here's the sad part about it. The last time I felt the urge to actually drink during a political election was when Obama, and that was drunk of the heart with wine of celebration. Ooh. This one, I'm scared I'm gonna be like sitting in the dark listening to old soulful stylistics and floaters. Hugging on the bottom, hugging on the bottom, thinking of Americans like she used to be my girl. She used to be my girl. America, so I have to let her go.
Hey, look,
I'm scared. Like I joke, but I'm scared it's gonna be a couple white folk doing that.
Yeah. And honestly, to tell you the truth, you're going to be sick of that song. You know what my song's going to be? America. If you think you're lonely now, wait until tonight. Either Trump or Biden. Well, Trump, you probably going to be like, I'm going to be long gone. Yes, I am.
No, look. If Trump win, we probably gonna be over here singing. We probably gonna be singing Gloria Gaynor. Oh no, I will survive. As long as I know how to love, I know I can love. I got all I have to give.
We're gonna be drunk singing that shit.
Oh my
if Trump
God.
moved through, definitely gonna be hearing some drunk niggas in the hood singing that.
Oh my gosh. I'm telling you, it's tomorrow's gonna
Either
be
that
something.
or Boys the Men, End of the Road. My 80s and 90s babies, we probably gonna be drunk off Hennessy singing Boys the Men all off key.
I know, right?
I'm like, nigga, who broke your heart? America, nigga. 4 more years of this nigga.
But only thing I'm gonna say is this: is I'm gonna leave the show like this: is America, white folks and black folks, and also Latinos, don't fuck it up. Don't. And that would do it for us.
I'm gonna leave it musically. Come together right now and fucking vote.
we are out here, ladies and gentlemen. We are gone. We are out. Thank y'all for tuning in. As for Beach Johnson and me as your host, Donna Alamonte, don't forget to tune in tomorrow. And it's been the show today.
Yes.
Hashtag Fade to Black, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all have a good one. Bye.
Enjoy life.
We're gonna try.